Test, test. Testing, testing, testing.
Wipe this pathetic planet from the face of the galaxy.
The Force fights with me.
Testing, testing, testing. Alright, what up? How? Marked Maps, how are you already here? I've been off YouTube forever, and you're here. Hey, well, what's going on? Yeah, I just want to apologize for not making any videos. Obviously, a lot of you guys are going to be watching this once it's, because it's so late at night or early. I guess depending on you. Yeah, I guess for a lot of you guys, it's probably early. So, I just wanted to... I don't know. But yeah, a lot of you guys watch this once it's archived, but I just wanted to talk about Star Wars, and I really have not had enough time to edit or do any of that stuff. So, I just wanted to talk about it while I was playing a game, because really, I have the day off tomorrow for once, and I was just like, I really want to play Knights of the Old Republic, and as we know, it's backwards compatible on the Xbox right now, so we're going to test that out and see how that looks. Notifications are on. Alright, well, I'm glad that you're here, Marked Maps, and I hope you're ready to hear me rant about Star Wars Last Jedi. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I will probably get into some spoilers on this, so I don't know if you're going to want to keep watching and then come back if you haven't seen it yet, or I don't know, maybe you liked the movie. But as for me, I just really did not, and I wanted to go back to something that was good Star Wars. So, I had some of the best memories I've ever had playing this game, so we're going to go ahead and play this. Yeah, I just really wanted to play this, and I thought, why not live stream it? So, a lot of good memories, and I gotta say, this looks really good on my 4K TV. They definitely upscaled a lot of this stuff. It looks really good. So I was thinking, like, I hate when you go back and play an old game and you're like, man, this looks like crap. Yeah, I always like this guy because he looks the most like Han Solo, the Scout. Oh yeah, he's got some sweet dreadlocks going on. But anyway, I'll give you another minute to decide whether you want to keep watching this, because spoilers, I should have probably put that in the title. We're going to be talking about spoilers, and why I just hated it. Why I just hated The Last Jedi. I didn't... What's a funny thing is, I came out of the theater like half and half, but now just the more and more I think about it, I just hated this movie. And no, I don't ever want to make a quick character. Alright, so... Oh! I forgot how bad the animations are in this. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that was the first face I ever picked. Yeah, oh my gosh. He always looks like he smelled a fart, this guy. Oh. Oh wait, no. This was the first face. Yeah, I couldn't have... There's no way I could have done that face. Yeah, this was the first face I picked right here. That looks like Darth Bannon, so like that would be so confusing when you're playing, because you're like, you would look just like Malik's apprentice. Alright, that guy's happening. Maybe it was this guy. I don't know. It was one of these guys I think I picked. I don't know. I usually like to pick this guy. So we'll see. because yeah, this guy looks like he's like a sergeant or something. He looks a little too serious. This guy really looks like he just got out of the military. This guy looks like his voice would be like, "Hi guys, it's me. I'm gonna be the guy in Knights of the Republic." This guy just looks like a dick, just like straight up like he just And we're okay. I think yep, we're pretty much back to where we started. So I forgot they really didn't have a lot of choices. So I'd definitely say that this guy probably has the best face by far. He's got the least amount going on. He doesn't look like he just like sharded himself or something every 5 seconds. Yeah, I know, right? Weren't they great facial animations? Alright, so Star Wars The Last Jedi. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. I really don't feel like reading right now. I think I remember. Yeah, I think like you want charisma if you want to persuade people to do stuff. Wisdom represents willpower and perception. A high wisdom adds modifiers to Jedi Force points and Force power saving throws. The Force powers of a Jedi with high wisdom are also much harder to resist. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the. No, I don't know if I want that. Do some strength. I think this really helps. Yes, ranged attacks. Constitution. Intelligence. I don't want my guy to be stupid. We'll do one, just because at the beginning of the game you do have guns. We'll do one. Well, we'll do a few of those. And I want to be able to like charm people, so we'll get up on that. He can be a little wise. I always just, I kind of just even stuff out because you can't go wrong. But okay, so real quick, one of the first things that just really I gotta get off my chest about The Last Jedi is what the heck was Snoke, dude? What the heck? We didn't know anything about the guy. They didn't show us anything. Okay, in the last movie, they set up so much stuff. Who's Rey's parents? Who is Snoke? I don't know. How did the First Order rise to power? I don't know. How is there gravity in outer space? Like when they're dropping bombs on the freaking... They don't understand how freaking gravity works. Yeah, you're right there, Marked Maps. This is an all-around good game. And what's sad, Marked Maps, is because of Disney and EA, we will never get another game like this, because EA shot that one game that Visceral was making out of the water and shut down Visceral Studios. How dare they make a single-player experience game that probably would have had freaking a good story. How dare they? But anyways, so... if you saw The Last Jedi, you know that they kill Snoke off in the middle of the movie. One of the first things I said to my dad when we were walking out was, I was like, because I was thinking about it. I sat in my seat when the credits were rolling, and I was like, did I hate this movie? Did I hate this movie? And I just thought about it. We were walking down the stairs because we went and saw this in IMAX. And I was like, hey, you remember in The Return of the Jedi when they killed the Emperor, like, in the middle of the freaking, when they killed the Emperor? You remember that? Oh, yeah, they didn't do that, because those were freaking good movies, okay? They kill him off in the middle of the thing. They have this whole narrative throughout the whole movie of Kylo Ren is feeling conflicted about the dark side. And it seems like Rey is like not even really hesitant to get close to the dark side. She goes straight for the hole. Luke says that. He's like, you weren't even scared to go in there. So I thought that they were going to have this conflicting moment where Rey makes the wrong choice and Kylo finally makes the right choice, or something interesting, some sort of character development. But no. they show that Snoke's really powerful because, as we know, Rey can do no wrong. She can defeat a trained Jedi. The first time she's ever picked up a lightsaber. She doesn't even really have any training on Octu. She just figures everything out. And yeah, so Rey can really do no wrong. And we see that Snoke has powers over her. Like, she tries to attack him several times. He stops her. But yet, Kylo Ren, moving the lightsaber over, just slices him in half. Honestly, guys, the story is ridiculous. And, you know, it's Rian Johnson. J.J. Abrams set up all these things, as he always does, as he's done with Lost and Star Trek and Super 8 and all the movies he's made, where he has intriguing questions, mysteries you got to figure out. And he left all these things open. Then he left, and Rian Johnson came in and just said, "Oh yeah, JJ, screw all that, because we're gonna do this." So he kills Snoke, and it just blows my mind. I couldn't even believe it when it was happening. It wasn't even in a cool way. He just slices him in half. They show him on the ground with his tongue hanging out, completely undermining him. And yeah, we had that really cool sequence in the throne room when they start to kill all the guards and have this awesome fight. And you think it's going to go somewhere, and then Kylo Ren's just like, "No, I still need to be evil." Even though earlier he couldn't even kill Princess Leia, he decides, it's time for me to be evil still. And Rey, oh, poor Rey, she loses her lightsaber that she took, and she gets a cut on her shoulder. Oh no. So, I don't understand. I'm gonna move on with the game here. But yeah, that's my first thing I wanted to talk about. Each of your character's skills has a number associated with it. Yeah, okay, I think I remember this. Okay, yeah. So persuade is a good one to have. Remember, security is, treat injury is. Stealth you really don't need because you can just make mission do everything. Awareness, awareness governs. I don't remember what this does. Oh, so you can see stuff that's hidden by stealth. I mean, demolitions is good because you can do, like, you can disable bombs and stuff. So those are all good. Repair, yeah, that's a good one to have too. I think I'm out of points. Yep, I'm out of points. Well, that'll be good. Just so let's just speed through this part. 2-weapon fighting. Here, we'll do... No, actually, I can't do that. I've already got that. We'll do... Alright, there we go. We'll do that one. Ooh, his name. What should his name be? Junta Denizen. I love these random generated names. Junta Star. They love Junta. And let's see what else they've come up with. RM Dawnstar. Jahan Dell. Wedge Organ. Wedge Organ. What? What a stupid name. Garn. I think it's just because it's so late. Dak Polo. What is with these stupid names? Man, you know what? I think Rian Johnson might be inside my TV creating these names. Because, what the heck with the space cow? Like, why was Luke sucking off a space cow in this? Like, what was this movie? Why did Princess Leia fly? Why did she fly? Why are we adding all these random force powers? Like, oh, Luke, yeah, you can use the force to astral project yourself places. Oh, yeah, you can use the force to create a link between two people. Oh, yeah, you can use the force to, like, you know, randomly have FaceTime, pretty much. Oh, yeah, you can use the force to fly, and it can bring you back to life in outer space. You know what? I think Plo Koon would have really liked to have known about that power when he was blown up in his Jedi Starfighter in Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, I might be nerding out on you guys. If you don't know who Plo Koon is, he's like the silent Jedi on the Jedi Council that had like the face mask thing. He's orange. He always just looked really cool. And then in all the expanded things like video games and stuff, he had this really deep voice. And I think he was in the Clone Wars cartoon as well. And, yeah, they just kind of really wasted all the Jedi in that movie. And we're just not even going to talk about the prequels. But I gotta say, I would watch the prequels any day of the week over this movie. This movie offended me so bad. They got the character of Luke Skywalker so wrong. The character that left Dagobah and left his training behind to go help his friends has shut himself off on a planet, refuses to help or train Rey. At the end of The Force Awakens, we get this feeling of hope and Luke almost looking at Rey like, I don't know if I can do this again, but I have to do this. Like I have to help. You get this feeling of that, and then in this one they just completely ruin it. They just waste all the characters. They're so freaking busy getting rid of the entire old cast and replacing them with all these new characters like Rose or I know she didn't live, but the freaking chick from Jurassic Park. What the heck? What the heck? No! Get her out of here! Well, I don't even understand. She didn't even make sense. Because if you really think about it, okay, first of all, the whole movie doesn't make sense. Because apparently, this is taking place right after the last movie. Right after Force Awakens. Because Rey is still handing the lightsaber to Luke. However, the Rebel Alliance is under attack. And somehow, we went from a huge Rebel Alliance to 3 ships. There's 3 ships left. How is there only 3 ships left, Leia? How did this happen, Rian Johnson? How is there only 3 ships left? We don't get answers. Why would we? No. So then, as we all know, Princess Leia gets sucked out of the airlock. Or she gets sucked out of the ship. She flies her way back in there. They open the door without being sucked back out into outer space, which doesn't make sense to me. Some people have been like, shields. Well, if there was shields, then how did she fly back into the ship? Okay? So no, there was no shields, okay? And if there were shields, this movie doesn't understand how they work. Just like they don't understand how space works. Just how they don't understand how Star Wars works. It hurts my brain. So, anyways, I was pulling this all back around to the chick from Jurassic Park with the pink hair. Her whole thing. So, somehow, Poe Dameron is meeting her for the first time. He's like, I've heard of you, and this, and that. You guys are all on the same ship, and was she never at any of, like, the Rebel meetings? Or, I'm sorry, it should be the Republic meetings, okay? We'll get into that later. But, how did you never meet her? You guys are on the same ship. There's only 3 ships left, apparently, in the whole existence. And you've never met her before? How does that make sense? So then and you know what else made me so angry? Like, they brought her in with such arrogance, like, we're supposed to know who she is and care about her. When, you know who wants to be in this movie? And I sat in a Q&A with this person, okay? You can go watch my video, FanboyCon, I think it was 2015, or 2016, I can't remember which. Yeah, it was 2016. FanboyCon 2016 was Billy D. Frickin' Williams, Lando Calrissian. How, like, if you're gonna bring in a mystery character like that, or have someone take over for Leia, have it be someone we already know. Have it be Lando. I mean, I'm glad they didn't, because they would have just killed him anyway, or ruined his character or whatever. You know, it's probably the best for him that he's not in these movies anymore. But that would have been the perfect opportunity. But no, we bring this chick in, and then she's got this whole, like, stupid, like, and I'm not talking about the good kind of feminism. I'm talking about the bad feminism. This, like, anti-man rhetoric that she brings in the movie. Oh, yeah, you're Poe-Dameron, you're a man, and you're stupid, dumb, and your plans are dumb. Get off my thing. Get off my deck. Get out of here. Like, that's pretty much what she does. She doesn't tell him about the plan that she has to evacuate everybody off to a planet safely, which makes no sense and gets tons of people killed. It didn't even make sense to not tell. And then apparently we can use light speed as a freaking weapon. Well, okay, so let's break this down. So if you can use light speed as a weapon, then, like, why haven't we been doing it this whole time? Why didn't Admiral Akbar? Oh yeah, by Admiral Akbar, he's dead, guys. Yeah, he got sucked out of the airlock. We didn't even really care. Oh, he was one of the original characters. Boom, out the airlock. You know, we've got Admiral Akbar gone. But yeah, so we can use light speed as a weapon now, apparently. So we've never used it before, but now we can use it. It changes the dynamic of everything in Star Wars. And not only that, but if they could use that the whole time, why didn't they use it on the Dreadnought at the beginning? Why are they going through the trouble of dropping bombs? Just get one guy to go through light speed through all the ships, and we could just defeat the whole First Order, apparently. The whole reason why the First Order had to follow them didn't even make sense to me. I can't even remember what he said, but he's like, we can only go so fast, and so we can only stay in this sort of range, and the whole thing was ridiculous. And they could get out communications. They could get out a communication to Maz Kanata, who looked like she was in the middle of, like, a freaking video game fight. They could get a communication out to her. It didn't even make sense how the camera's following her if she's in the middle of a fight, but whatever. We can get communication out to her. We can send people off the ship onto a mission to go somewhere else, but we cannot escape the First Order. We can't. It's just making my brain hurt, guys. There's the more and more I think about it. And then that stupid casino planet. I hated that planet and everything it freaking represented. First of all, it was way too earthly, okay? It looked like they literally, like, went to the Las Vegas in the future, where there was freaking, like, Fraggle Rock characters everywhere. Because that's what they looked like. They didn't look like Star Wars characters. As you guys know, if you've heard me rant in the past, Star Wars feels like Star Wars because of certain things. Like when you see the C-3POs and the R2 units walking around, when you see familiar aliens, like the guys with three eyes, the Regis guys, the Greedos, or they're actually called Rhodians. I actually know that because I'm such a nerd. When you see the Ithorians walking in the background, you see these recognizable aliens, and sure, there's new aliens too. They add new aliens every movie, but you also get a mix. You get a mix of those old ones, so you're like, yeah, you know what, this is Star Wars, I recognize it, and they take all those core aliens out to replace them with all their Disney aliens because they have to have everything anti-George Lucas and anything he ever created, which doesn't even make sense because he created Star Wars, so you can't ever really escape from it, Disney. But you go to this planet, and there's this whole freaking social justice warrior thing about the rich are bad. I just wish we could destroy the whole town. There's animal cruelty going on with the camel rabbit beast creatures, space monsters. There's child cruelty going on in the rings, you know. And then they have that point where they all go and they frolic along. They frolic along with the camel creatures, or like riding through the city. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad you guys are having a good time. Meanwhile, the captains of all the ships are dying. The medical freighters are getting blown up. The rebels are dying. I'm glad you guys are having a good time. And then they have the audacity to get to this cliff and say, well, you know what? It was worth it. Why was it worth it? Yeah, no. Here's the thing. He says it was worth it. And then she takes the saddle off the creature and she's like, no. Now it was worth it. Now it was... What? What are you talking about? And you guys are like a mile away from the city. You think they're not going to catch the creatures again? And how is that worth it? All these people dying and everything. Oh, yeah, but liberating these creatures on this planet and stopping the child cruelty that was going on, which they really didn't even do. This movie just has so many things that are stupid. So many stupid things. Even them killing Snoke. It was like, I would have been okay with it if maybe like... Even, like, if they had to twist with Rey, where she, because, oh yeah, here's the thing, you find out all these people that had all these channels that are, like, who are Rey's parents, having all these, like subplots, you know, oh, her parent, Mace Windu's her dad, oh, Obi-Wan's her dad, whatever. Yeah, guess what, guys? No. Screw all of you, because none of it's true. Yeah, guess what? Her parents were nobodies. They were junk dealers. But maybe her coming to terms with that and her seeing that chair and she's like, maybe I can do something. Maybe I can make a change. Or maybe I can make a different... Or just the darkness, like, calling to her or something. That would have been so interesting, right? Because we've already seen her defeat Kylo Ren. So she's already a force to be reckoned with. If she had turned to the dark side, that would have been like, whoa! And you would have had your first female villain in Star Wars. That would have been really cool. But no, they don't go that route. They just are like, Kylo has to be bad. And Kylo's already been beaten. He's already been talked down to. We've already seen that he's not powerful enough to defeat Rey. So what are the stakes here? I mean, who is the big baddie now? You took him out. You took out Snoke. Oh yeah, and everybody who had a theory channel about Snoke, oh, Snoke's Darth Plagueis, which I liked. Or, oh, Snoke is the first Force user. Snoke is this, that. Guess what, guys? It doesn't really matter because he's dead. It doesn't matter what he was because they never told us anything. He's just gone, dead. So, yeah. Thanks for... You know, Rian Johnson was just like, oh, that's cute, guys. It's just like that guy from Two Stupid Dogs. He's like, oh, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! Because he killed him and all the theories with him. And they did nothing interesting. They did nothing to further their characters. Rey really went through nothing. She got a cut on her shoulder. Oh, poor Rey. You know, like they had a chance here. This was a turning point. Because the last movie, they really pissed me off when they killed Han Solo off. And I was like, it better be worth it. And guess what? It wasn't freaking worth it. And I'm just curious, for all of you guys who watch this that are going to be on the archive, put in the comment box below, do you remember one good lightsaber fight we've had with this new trilogy? Because in my opinion, the Rey and Kylo fight really isn't that great. And that's the only one we have. There's no other real lightsaber fight. They didn't have a lightsaber fight in this one. They had fight with the throne room guys, but I'm talking about Sith versus Jedi, evil versus good. They didn't have one of those fights. And Luke was a freaking hologram, so he didn't do any fighting. Even though there was cool things about that scene, it all got taken away when you found out he was a freaking hologram. Alright, I've got some more stuff I want to say, but let's get back to this game. Dak Regan. Tail cast. Oh. You know what? I'll just nerd out with this guy. I'm going to keep the cast. That made me think of... We'll just call him Jodo cast, right? That's so weird. They have the upper and lower case. This is just a different time in gaming. Shout out if you know who Jodo cast is. Dadgummit. Oh no. How do I backspace? Okay. Jodo cast. Alright, well, if you don't know who Jodo cast is, he was this character in the comic books and in the novels that he thought he could bank off the name of Boba Fett, so he got some Mandalorian armor and pretended to be Boba Fett, and Boba Fett wasn't a big fan of that, so it's probably one of the coolest comics where he ended up killing him. But I really like his armor. He's got like a yellow band instead of the red, and his suit looks pretty cool. He has his own little emblem too. As you guys know, I'm all about the Mandalorians with my RobaFett symbol there. Alright. We've got our name. Let's go ahead and start playing. Next thing I want to talk about is what they did to Yoda. It was unacceptable. Ugh. They've ruined so much. Why couldn't they just make it like this? You know, like this game is like set years before, but it still feels so much like Star Wars. And it also feels like its own thing. 4,000 years before the rise of the Galactic Empire, the Republic verges on collapse. Darth Malak, last surviving apprentice of the Dark Lord Revan, has unleashed an invincible Sith armada upon an unsuspecting galaxy. Crushing all resistance, Malak's war of conquest has left the Jedi Order scattered and vulnerable, as countless knights fall in battle. And many more swear allegiance to the new Sith Master. In the skies above the Outer Rim world of Terrace, a Jedi battle fleet engages the forces of Darth Malak in a desperate effort to halt the Sith galactic domination. Should have got some water. Doing a lot of talking. Yeah, did anybody notice that in The Force Awakens they used one of these ships? Like I wasn't gonna notice. You might have fooled everybody else, Disney, but you didn't fool me. How could you sleep through this? He's like, you could tell he's been asleep for a while. I was like, what? Oh,
we've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet.
This guy's my boy.
Our spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
I don't even know. Wait. Who are you? The Endar Spire? Let's go with who are you?
Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make
convenient.
sure she makes it off the ship alive.
His face animations too. And like I always just picture the other person's just like sitting there like watching you make these while you decide what you're gonna say. Like, come on, what are we gonna do? And they're like, the other person's like, what are you doing? Who's Bastila? Forget it. I'm looking after my own skin. This will be fun when I've actually got people watching. So, you know, you guys can pick what I say. But we'll go with who's Bastila.
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I heard what everyone's saying about you. You explored the farthest reaches of the galaxy. You visited planets I've never even heard of. People with your skills and abilities are hard to find. It's no wonder the Republic recruited you for this mission. But now's the time to prove yourself. I know you're a scout and not a soldier. But Bastila needs all troops at her side during this attack.
Oath or no oath? I'm heading to the escape pods. Gee, that sounds an awful lot like freaking Finn, who got over his stuff in the last movie and they just ruined it. I guess we can talk about Yoda real quick. You know, we'll just talk about Yoda, and then I'm so done talking about this movie. And if you want to be like, oh, well, it was a good movie, then whatever for you. There's a lot more things I could talk about, but they just... You know, they screwed with a lot of stuff, and, you know, at the end of the day, whatever. But when they did it with Yoda, I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Just the stuff he said was so dumb. And they were trying to be too hip. They're trying to be too hip with this movie. And they're trying to make Yoda too hip. He's like, page turners, they were not. Really? You're going to have Yoda say that the Jedi, ancient Jedi texts weren't page turners? Rey already has what she needs, or already needs what she has, or whatever he says. He basically just says, you know, Rey doesn't need any training, okay? Rey is good, and it's all good, man. And somehow, even though I'm a Force ghost, I have the power to summon lightning. I mean, shoot. All the resistance needed was to get Yoda's ghost to come, and he could have just lightninged the entire freaking armada there. But yeah, so they ruined Yoda, they ruined Luke. I was okay with Princess Leia getting blown out of the thing. I was like, whoa, they did it. But instead, the only person that's actually gone in real life, they kept. And I don't know how that's going to work out for their next movie. They're going to have to, like, kill her off in the crawl or something, and they've killed everyone off, and they've made Chewbacca pretty much useless, aside from having a porg joke. That was about it. R2-D2 was like in 2 scenes. He's been completely replaced by BB-8. You know, I would like these characters more if they just weren't just there to replace the ones I actually care about and grew up with. I mean, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, 40 years of Star Wars just for it to come to this. It's just depressing. And, you know, I keep feeling like, oh, well, maybe they'll hit the redo button, or maybe, but it's just too late. They've already undone so much stuff. Carrie Fisher's passed away. And it is what it is now. So I think you either have 2 choices as a Star Wars fan. You can either accept what they've done as canon, or you can say, you know what? There was a pretty great expanded universe that was made way before Disney got out their stupid wallet and bought Star Wars. So I'm just going to choose to believe that. And that's what I've done. That's why, even though this movie is really stupid, it's, at the end of the day, I'm almost okay with it, because now I can just let go of the steering wheel on Star Wars. Just let them do their own thing. And not even really care, because at the end of the day, I know that there was a canon out there where all that stuff didn't happen. So I guess that's why I'm okay with it at the end of the day. it already 6 in the morning? Or 6:40? Jeez. It's heaven, she's headed to work. Alright.
So hurry up and grab your...
He has been sitting there waiting for me to respond for a while. Alright. Get our gear here. Wow. You can just see how like fuzzy all these little pictures are now. I'm looking good. Do I get clothes? I can't. Were my clothes in there? I can't remember. Let's see what I got. Oh, that old black button, man. Pressing. Alright, start. Start gives you access to... Okay, whatever. I got some clothing there. And we got a cardio package. You always need your cardio package. I don't care what anybody else tells you. Oh man, see, I loved it in the second one where you could equip 2 sets of weapons. Can't do that in this one. But this is another thing I miss in games that they don't do anymore. Look at this. This is a blaster pistol, and it has a whole story about it. It's like the most common ranged weapon in the galaxy is the basic blaster pistol, firing a bolt of intense, coherent light powered by a replacement power pack. So I mean that's really cool, and games just almost don't do that anymore. You know, it's sad. This implant micromanages the cardiovascular system, effectively increasing the user's constitution faster and further than hard work and exercise might. So that's just really cool. As we can see, I am undecided right now where I am. It's a little gray. Clouded, your future is. This just lets you know how you're doing on all these, and it explains them if you need that. I forgot. Yes, this logs all of your conversations. This is your current missions. The map screen. And the most important one, because you want to save your game, right? We'll do that real quick. We'll save our game. Alright, and I'm looking more like Han Solo by the second.
Let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
Trask has joined your party. As we all know, it's short-lived.
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Rest on it. Rest. Alright. How do I use you to unlock the door? Some crazy conversations. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, it's the bumpers. Remember, they didn't used to have the bumpers. They had that white and black button. Back in the old Xbox days. Looks like he's got a heavy pistol. What do I got? No, we've got the same pistol. I love these, though, because they look like Han Solo's gun, but they're not. You know, they've got their own style to them, but... this game did almost everything right. It's one of my favorite freaking games. I swear.
Now that the door's open, you
they really do need to remaster it. We got experience just for opening a door, man. Doesn't get any easier than that.
This is Kotor, the Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a
I love how this guy explains everything to you like it's a commercial.
Electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
If he says things are bad, you better believe it. Oh, man, I forgot. They have really cool looking, you know, ancient R2 units in this. The journal entry was added.
That door's locked, and I don't have the codes to open it. You'll have to use your security skill on it if we want to get past.
Oh yeah, so you go over security. I love when he's like, no problem, and then it's a problem.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
These must be the party for the Republic! The game pauses when you sight an enemy. Yeah, I think I remember that. So we will do some rapid shot. Yeah. It's all coming back to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you gotta push. You gotta push.
I've got a feeling that won't be our last battle with the Sith. Good thing we have med packs to heal our wounds. It might be a good idea to use one now before our next battle.
Trask, your teeth are freaking me out, man. Alright, I think you use a med pack like this. I guess I need one. Somehow I got really injured in that fight. Alright, let's see if they left us any goodies. Oh, goodies. Yummy, yummy. 37 credits. Get out of here. They don't pay those good wages at the Sith. The Sith Empire. They don't get a lot of those good wages over there. If I can talk to the robot. Alright, he can't really do anything for us. This is the worst run in gaming history. What the heck? Oh, so it's a brisk jog. Let's see, not much going on over here. Alright. I think he... Oh, yeah, you can... Yeah, you can control their stuff too. Forgot everybody's got freaking swords in Knights of the Old Republic. Man, I'm gonna run out of med packs like a boss. Got some swords, we got a combat suit. Oh, I like my suit though. I think the combat suits look stupid, I can't remember. Does my suit do anything for me? These are simple garments that protect little more than modesty of the wearer. Oh. So this actually does something for me, but I look stupid. I look dumb. I'm gonna take my chances. I want to look like Han Solo for now. Y'all don't mind. I think I already got, yeah. The second one, it tells you when something's empty, so. You gotta do a lot of looting in this game. Did I looted this one, right? Yeah, that's where I got the stupid suit. Alright, let's move on. This is so awkward that they're like making this a cutscene. The combat in this game is the worst. I love how everybody makes the same sound. It's like, it doesn't matter how you die, as long as you make the same sound when you do it. Save those frag grenades for later on. Shoot, I'm about to die. I need a med pack.
We have to get to the bridge.
We have to get to the bridge. How did we miss this guy?
Yes?
I love how they gave... In this one, they gave your character, like, a voice. They didn't really give him... I think I'm gonna play till the Endar Spire. Like, till we get off the ship, and then... we'll save the rest. I think tomorrow, I'm gonna live stream... We're gonna play a little bit of my old things that I created on Project Spark. Because I haven't... So tune into that tomorrow. What time? It's TBA. I'll post it on Facebook tomorrow. So if you follow me on Facebook, I'll let everybody know tomorrow what time I'm gonna be live streaming tomorrow. We'll live stream some old Project Spark and maybe look into why Project Spark isn't around anymore and why it's a shell of its former. It's pretty much abandoned. So. But yeah, man, I mean, I had high hopes for that game when it first came out, and I got on there, I played one of my old projects today while I was waiting for this to be able to download. Oh, no! Not Billy! Billy, no! Oh, why'd you have to be a hero? The ship's falling apart, you shouldn't have been trying to fix it. There's an epic fight going on in there. Make sure there's no more goodies.
It's a dark Jedi. This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
Yeah, that was a spicy kick. Yep, it's like the same 3 fight animations. This is intense. I don't want to hit on this game too bad. Oh man.
The Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
Yeah, she would have been better than you. You're standing around. I'm just kidding. Trask is my boy. There we go. I love the Sith suits, man. They look so cool. I do hate how you can't... It's not like Skyrim where you can just take everything they have, you know? I could have just got a lightsaber right now. But he's like, I better not pick that up. I better not pick up a lightsaber.
The bridge is just beyond that door. You better equip your melee weapon. There isn't much room on the bridge, and it's suicide to use a blaster in close quarters. I should equip a melee weapon too. Either that or I'll have to stay back and use my blaster. Your melee weapon is made using a cortosis weave. It's strong enough to stand up against anything, even a lightsaber.
Cortosis. All that Star Wars lore, man. They never use it in the movies. Cortosis is like the metal that can withstand lightsaber blades. Alright. Guess we better get a sword going on. Get a long sword and a short sword there. You can shoot them. You're good. No! Not Chef. I can level up. I forgot when you level up it heals you. I want to pick what I level up. Thank you. Can't go up anymore on the persuade thing there. Go up on one on treat injury. Repair. That's lacking. Demolitions. Can I get the next one of that? No. There we go.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Oh no! Oh. They'll never understand. They'll never understand. Never understand. Wait. Did I check everybody? I don't know. So, come on, guys. You all really died for nothing. Look at that. Whoa. Oh my gosh, if you stared at that for too long, you'd get a headache, man. Kinds of crazy goulash going on outside. Did I get his stuff? Man, I almost missed out on 9 credits in this bag that someone left here. I can have 2 guns now. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a dual-wielding fool now. Thank you.
There's something behind here.
No! This is it.
Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pod.
Trask! No! Don't be a hero! Oh, why? Why couldn't it have been me? What I love is if you go up to the door. Where is the door? Which door was it? Is it this one? Oh, I only hear a lightsaber. I could have swore you heard fighting, and I was like, that fight could not have gone on very long. Start. What's in here? Dang it! Can I unlock it?
Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work.
No problem. Didn't work. Thought it wasn't a problem, dude. Alright. We got no choice. We gotta leave our boy Trask behind. He's dying for the cause. It was a good cause, you know. I'm more important, obviously, so.
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support system.
I know they want us to know his full name, but like, why would you be like?
Surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now I can't wait for you much longer.
It's Cartho Nassi. Like,
pod.
oh, because there's so many other Carths on this ship. all alone. No one here beside me. My tasks are all gone. No one here to provide me. But you gotta have friends. Donkey, stop that singing. Oh my gosh. Can I just, yeah, every door in this ship is broken. Wait, no, that's what I want. I'm gonna need my med pack, probably.
Whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you.
What's going on with his eye there?
Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
Everybody else's animations are kind of lacking, but those two hairs on Karth are definitely not one of them. Players can slice the computers to try and override to reprogram existing commands. Slicing a computer requires computer spikes. Got 4 spikes here. They're kind of just all okay with that. Alright, let's see if I can reprogram him. The security droids in this are so cool. And it's like, why would you, like, it's like this is supposed to be way before, so like why wouldn't you make battle droids look something like this, you know? I always thought battle droids looked so stupid. Ooh, there's one of the red guys. Oh, ion blaster. I think those are only good on droids though, I can't remember.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below.
I would say who are you, but he has told me 1,000,000 times.
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left in the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Right. Just pick one of these Scooby-Doo-Doos and you flippity-floppity-floop and... Can I get on this computer? No. This is the last escape pod. Use the escape pod! Time for the dreams. That was probably a better lightsaber fight scene than all the 2 new movies that have just come out. That one scene where in Rogue One was pretty cool. So I guess you can count that if you want.
Having one hell of a nightmare. Was was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember?
Right, I'm Jodo Cast, by the way. How did we get here? Karth, the one, the communicator, I remember. Where am I? How did I get here?
You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from
An
the
abandoned apartment.
Confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her. Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight.
I always thought that that was a cool Force power.
Of course, there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive. Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help. And we'll probably need hers. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be. Everything I know about Malak is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith Master. With Revan's death, Malak became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malak's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malak and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster. Malak and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong, and against the wishes of the Council, they went to battle the Mandalorians on the Outer Rim. Something happened out there. Something corrupted them and drew them over to the dark side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along. I don't know. They formed an army of ex-Republic
Story is
soldiers
so
and
good.
Jedi who'd fallen to the dark side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malak just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds. I'll tell you whatever I can, though Taurus was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers. That was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is, well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
They just think about everything meticulously, and it's awesome.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later. Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
There we go. Right, check out the old apartment here, and then it's adios muchachos. Till tomorrow, we'll do another live stream. Try to do live streams as much as I can. I think from here on out, just until the holidays are over and I have more free time to make my original kind of content. But you know, I want to get back into YouTube. I've been out of it for like 2 months, and oh, it sucks. I don't have all this time to chop videos together right now, but I can live stream. It's really easy to do. You just get the game going, and you know, it's pretty easy. So at the game, you'll find weapons and armor. Upgrade them. I don't want to do that right now. That was the only footlocker in here, so go ahead and save our game. Override the earlier game. And there it is. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, especially those of you who are going to watch the archive. Sorry marked maps, I know I got spoilers. Hopefully you heard me and you didn't hear any of them if you haven't seen the movie yet when you got out of here. But anyway guys, like I said, I will be live streaming at some point tomorrow, so take a look out for that. And yeah, I will see you in the next video, so stay awesome, stay beautiful. You know the drill.